Especially the helium, that's very interesting. And they took the cheese and they made a giant bubble of cheese. And they put the carrots all over it, sticking out. And then they filled it with helium until it popped, shooting the carrots like arrows.
That's it.
It's like MacGyver at sea. And it shot the arrows, or it shot the carrots straight into the duck-billed platypuses that were breathing fire. And what it made them do was when the carrots went down their throats, they tried to breathe fire and it was turned inwards and they cooked from the inside out. And with those carrots thrown down their throats, it made a nice meal. So all they had to do was pull a duck-billed platypus out of the water and eat it, and it went along with the carrot, and they had their meat and vegetables all there in one packet. Nicely cooked from the inside. Well, they had a delicious lunch. And they made the shore, and the captain says, "We must go further into the jungles of Jamaica looking for the rum." And so they trudged up the sands and into the jungles, but they were beset upon by
clowns.
Clowns. The clowns of Jamaica come out of the forest and were jumping all over. The most terrified crew. The crew was terrified and began mooing again. Well, we soon discovered that the crew was defenseless against the clowns of Jamaica, and the captain was unable to stop them, only throwing cheeseburgers. Didn't really help a lot. And it looked like they weren't going to be able to win the battle when out of the jungle came Tarzan. Tarzan? Tarzan came out of the jungles of Jamaica. I guess he was on vacation. And quickly he wrestled all the clowns to the ground and put them in a headlock and stuff. And he says, "All right, you crazy clowns of Jamaica, you're going to leave these poor pirates alone. Can't you see they're just minding their own business, mooing and eating cheeseburgers and stuff?" And the clowns said, "Yowza."
Move.
Yowza. Because they didn't like being in a headlock. Well, Tarzan said, "Oh, what are you men doing here anyways?" And they said, "We're here to find rum." And Tarzan said,
"Come to my resort."
"Come to my resort. Come to Tarzan's Jamaica Resort, where you can get rum 2 for 1 at happy hour. Even comes with a tiny umbrella." Well, the men became very excited, began mooing excitedly, and they all went rushing off towards Tarzan's Jamaica Resort. And Tarzan corralled the clowns and decided to hold them and use them for entertainment at the resort later. Well, he took them back to the resort. The men all crowded up to the bar, and Captain Wimpy, I don't see if anybody's listening. He just gives me another name. Captain Wimpy says, "Drinks for everyone," and it was 2 for 1, and the pirates all began drinking. And as they drank the rum, lo and behold, they found out that the rum was actually like medicine because they had been put under a spell, and that's why they had acted like cows all this time. In fact, their special ability wasn't moving at all. They were actually able to meow. Wow. So they were all meowing and drinking their rum, and the captain was rather confused about the whole thing. He packed out cheeseburgers to everyone because cows are afraid to eat cheeseburgers because it's kind of like cannibalism. But cats aren't really afraid to eat cheeseburgers, and so they did. And he was looking around, he was trying to understand exactly what had happened, and he forgot entirely the 2 things that were supposed to go in the story in the first place. So he says, "Men, we must go back to our ship. We've got rum, now you're meowers instead of movers, and I've got cheeseburgers enough for all of us." They thanked Tarzan profusely, and they walked back through the jungles of Jamaica. And they went back to their ship, and they even took some duck-billed platypuses along, because cats love to eat them too. And they sailed the 7 seas, meowing and drinking rum, and eating duck-billed platypus and cheeseburgers. They lived happily ever after. Now, the moral of the story is,
Don't eat cheeseburgers.
it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Let's see, the moral of the story is, Tales of the sea are often stupid. Alright everyone, that's been a Tale of the Sea. I hope you enjoyed it. Every Tale of the Sea is different, thank God. There's going to be one at 3:30 over there at the Tea Garden, and then at 5:30 at the Twisted Thistle Pub is an all-adults version of Tales of the Sea. For some reason, people are more likely to yell things